know, y'all ready to go ahead and get to this chop shop?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah, y'all ready for this? That dripped up and dripped out. Know what I'm talking about? Welcome to the chop shop,
Come
chop
on over.
chop shop.
What's good brother? How can I help you? What you need?
All right, yeah, I was checking out the Punisher season 2, and when I was going through the Punisher, they have this character, and his name is JigSaw, and his backstory and his storyline arc is to me was pretty good, but it kind of felt a little off from what I was kind of hearing about in the comic books. And my question is about the whole concept of Jigsaw, like his origins, like where did he actually come from? Because on the TV show they kind of diluted it and they kind of said that he came from an orphanage. But from what I was hearing, it was completely different. So you know what I'm saying? My first thing is I want to know like what y'all like, you know what I'm saying, about his origin, like what actually was his opening, like where did Jigsaw actually come from? I know.
Y'all want me to take this
Go ahead. A matter of fact, from the comic book version of, because I'm getting into the season, but I need to know a little bit more about
one? All right, the
Jigsaw.
comic book version. All right. You remember when what the incident that created the Punisher?
Yeah, talking about when his family got killed and he went to like after he came from the army and they the whole setup part.
Yeah, with the mob.
Okay, yeah, with the mafia, yeah.
All right. Billy Russo was actually part of that crime family.
So Billy Russo, he was like in the movies. Billy Russo was a part of the army. So he was he in the army and then joined the crime family?
No, he was a hitman that never was in the army. He was always in the mafia.
Okay, so he actually started from the mafia, and that. So if he started from the mafia, like in the comic, I mean on the Netflix series, they're reimagining that he was actually the Punisher, like best friend, and they grew up together or something.
No, no, that no,
Okay.
no. In the comics, these dudes didn't know each other before um Frank Castle family got murdered. And the only reason why they even met each other is because Billy wasn't even the one that killed his family. He was the one who killed the dude that didn't kill Frank when he killed his family.
Okay, so in the comic books, he killed. He was a hitman that killed the hitman that killed.
He was the hitman that took out Hitman.
Okay, and in the Netflix series, he was the actual person that killed the family. So they kind of combined it, and that's why they went to, him and the Punisher when Frank Castle was trying to kill him and do all the stuff to him. It was because of that incident. But in the actual comic books, well, why would the Punisher and him would actually become arch enemies?
All right.
Like if he didn't actually kill his
The
family,
Punisher,
like
he
yeah.
didn't kill his family, but at that point, the Punisher was going after that crime family for killing his family. He didn't care who it was. We
Okay,
know
so
that.
yeah, so actually,
And
that mean the movie did more depth to it. Then I mean, the TV series from Netflix did more depth when they said that he was the reason why the Punisher actually was going after Billy, aka
well,
Jigsaw.
no, let me finish explaining.
Yeah,
I thought that was his cousin.
No, that's not his cousin.
yeah,
In
because
the
that's how they were
comics,
talking on the
in the
TV show.
comic,
Like,
in the comics, Billy killed the dude who killed his family. Frank didn't get the satisfaction of killing him, so Frank is the one that messed up Billy's face and left him alive.
Mm.
That's why he hell bent on torturing Frank in the comic. And Frank don't like Billy because he a hitman. You know what I'm saying? He killed all he. As long as if you a bad person, Frank Castle gonna kill you.
right, he got that.
That was the whole reason why they never let him in the Avengers because when the Avengers trials, they had two dudes that had criminal records that was talking to Captain America, and Frank Castle shot both of them in the face right in
Oh
front of
yeah.
Cap.
And Cap ain't try to stop Punisher.
It was like he couldn't stop him. He shot him just that fast.
Okay, yeah, the quick draw stuff. All right, so with Jigsaw, he was in the comic. I mean, on the TV show. Okay, his whole concept was he was in the military with him, and he double crossed Frank Castle because he after he got the military, he was working for some secret military agency that was doing some bad stuff, and they were trying to clean up. They were trying to clean up so like all the stuff they went on. That's why they were trying to kill a Punisher and his family, and that's why Billy was the one that was supposed to do the hit. But then what you're telling me is Billy was actually the person that killed the person that did the hit for his family. So Frank Castle went after him. So what about the whole situation of now the dynamic of okay after let's say on season one, at the end of season one, and I know it's like in the comic books that Jigsaw face it get all scarred up because of Frank Castle. Is always have to do with Frank Castle busting his face through some glass. Like, okay, so now after he busts his face through the glass, like on the Netflix show, they trying to say like it's not really the scars on his face why they called him Jigsaw. It was like he had like some mental issues or something that was going on from
from what I'm understanding, what you told me about that is basically they instead of him, they putting his because it was actually him and his brother. His brother was the crazy one, the one with mental issues, and he was the one with the cut up face.
Oh, okay. So pretty much
basically it sounds like they put both of them into one character.
Okay, yeah. But hold on, you said brother.
Yeah, the twin brother.
Wait a minute, who did his brother kill?
His brother was the one that was in the mental home. The one that he had killed so many people for the mafia that the mafia put him in the mental home.
So Jigsaw had a brother.
The one that had started eating people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was a cannibal. The cannibal.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, all right.
I can't be
the cannibal.
Yeah, but in the comic, on the TV show, the difference was they were saying that Billy was actually not adopted. What's the other word? Like he grew up in
an orphanage.
In the orphanage, yeah, right. He grew up in an orphanage, and they were showing like a person that was supposed to be his brother, but saying they wasn't brothers. That in the orphanage, that something happened to the other little boy. Saying they were showing like he had got raped and he ended up killing himself. So that wasn't his family. So he actually had an actual family in the comic.
In the comic books, he grew up in that crime family. Like his daddy was in the mafia, his grandfather was in the mafia. You know what I'm saying? Like he had an actual family in the comics. They just trained his family was just he had a family full of hitmen.
Okay, yeah. So now they have them with the mental issues. Is they trying to combine it? So what about you, Delilah? Which backstory did you think that's more intriguing towards you? Since let's say that you're a casual person and you hear the backstory from the comic books, or you see the Netflix TV show where him being an orphan and he actually killed the Punisher family, or in the comic books he actually killed the person that killed the person that you know what I'm trying to say. That's a tongue twister when you try to say you don't kill the family, you kill the person that killed the family, and the family you kill trying to kill you because you didn't give them the opportunity to get your revenge. And now Jigsaw face get all scrambled up. So but in both situations, it is always his face is getting bust open by through glass. At least
it's in another situation where he got his face fixed and Frank noticed who he was and grabbed like a jagged rock and just started busting and scraping his face till he the Jigsaw again.
Oh, so he rebust his face open?
Yeah.
That's crazy. All them both, what's crazy is like the TV show storyline and the comic book sound good. Like that's how I look at it. Like they're both very intriguing in the way they spin in the character, and pretty much trying to please the fans as well as bring something fresh and new. So I'm feeling both of those storylines. But the part about Frank re-scarring up his face is to keep him recognizing him and making sure that he mark him in some kind of way on his face. I think that's intriguing all its own.
Oh
So
yeah, that is some Punisher type stuff. Like he
that
really,
is
yeah.
that is.
So what about his revenge? Like after Frank, because everybody know that Jigsaw used to be a pretty boy from what I'm saying in the comics and on the TV show on the first season. He was a straight out what I'm saying pretty boy. No, what I'm saying, and by him getting all these scars in his face, like in the movie, he just more like he not bent on killing Frank Castle no more because he his mind is all scrambled. But in the comic book, he was more intrigued on like getting revenge on Frank Castle.
Yeah, in the comic book, he was hell bent on getting revenge on Frank Castle, and it wasn't about killing him. He wanted him to suffer. So he got Frank locked up a couple times.
Okay, yeah, because didn't he do something about with where it was something what it was a prison or something that Frank was in that was in the ocean or out in sea, somewhere just out in I forgot the name of it.
What's my man name? Savage. That was when Frank Castle got. I know he got locked up a couple times, but whatchamacallit came in there and tried to talk him out of going back, trying to stop Frank Castle. Who? Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure. Yeah, but I think so. I mean,
that's who he grew up with in the comic books. That's who he grew up with.
Oh,
he grew up with Matt Murdock in the comic book.
Yeah, but I'm still trying to think. I'm trying to think of Jake. I knew he had a crazy brother that was a cannibal, but I'm trying to figure what I thought he got turned like that or somebody turned him out to be like that.
No, basically because he was a hitman. He was a hitman just like his brother, but he liked to use knives. And he went crazy because like basically the human mind can only take so much.
Who the oldest?
The one that went crazy.
Also,
James.
Jigsaw was the younger brother.
Yeah, he was the younger brother. And the funny part was his brother didn't tell him he was beautiful until he got his face fucked up.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
some mental. Yeah.
He's like, nah, Billy, you really look great now.
Yeah, because he got war wounds. Spider-Man has to deal with Jigsaw, and
I think Jigsaw, the first time he appeared was in Spider-Man.
Okay, so his first appearance was a Spider-Man villain more than a Punisher villain.
I mean, a lot of people was the first appearance was in Spider-Man.
In Spider-Man, they flew them.
Because you know what I'm saying? Because think about it, Spider-Man was the big comic book at that time. So if you wanted to introduce a new character, you introduce it in Spider-Man or Fantastic Four.
Yeah, they just float them throughout the comic book.
And then they'll spin them off from there.
Okay, yeah. Then after that, they'll come back and they'll rewrite and give them more backstory, and then that's how he became actual Punisher villain. Because I remember it was like what it was, Spider-Man and Nightcrawler, right?
No, yeah, because the Punisher when he first came, he was a Spider-Man villain.
Also, the Punisher was actually a villain.
That's how they wrote it in.
Yeah, that's how
until they explained that the Punisher was going after Spider-Man because somebody tricked him into believing that Spider-Man was committing crime.
Okay, yeah. So it was like one of those type of roles where that they have, what I'm saying, with a reverse psychology, make you think that he the opposite of actually what he is, and now divide and conquer basically. Okay, yeah, okay. So with Jigsaw, he appearing in the comics besides for Spider-Man and Punisher. Or he just kind of like was
it is, but I really can't think of what comic it is right now. Because I did see the new reimagined Jigsaw. And the new reimagined Jigsaw in the comics look way better than the old Jigsaw and the new Jigsaw that's in this TV show. Because what you told me was scars, I thought was makeup.
Oh yeah, I remember. So Delilah, did you ever see an old Punisher? It's not old, but Warzone.
You broke up. What'd you say?
You
No,
biting, Chuck.
Yeah, you botting, dog.
oh y'all can hear me now? Can you hear me?
It's a little bit broken up, but you asked me if I seen Punisher. What? The one with
Warzone.
with what?
Warzone.
Warzone. Punisher Warzone.
Punisher Warzone. It was that. Was that the one with Dolph Lundgren?
No.
Oh,
That was, that was when it came out in 2012, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
oh no. I didn't see that one.
2012,
I didn't see that.
2013.
Only Punisher movie I seen.
It came out. No, it came out in that came out in 08.
Yeah, but I haven't seen that one. The only one I've seen was the one with Dolph Lundgren. The dude from Rocky 4 or whatever when he played Punisher. Played in the Punisher.
Damn, we going way back.
That's
Yes.
the old one. When that one
Yeah,
came out,
exactly.
Exactly.
I watched that bad boy on TV special. So
I think he was the first actor that actually played him.
I thought she was at least gonna say the one with John Travolta in.
Oh shit! You know what?
Nah, that's the only one I remember. Like only one I know of.
That was
So,
like in
but I haven't seen any of the newer ones.
late
Sorry.
80s or something like that, early 90s.
So what about you, Flip? What was your best version of JigSaw?
Huh? You breaking up, bro?
Version of the Punisher or Netflix show, the Warzone, the 80s,
You biting bad, Chuck.
You biting real bad, good brother. You biting real bad.
Yeah, you biting.
Something.
Y'all, what about now? Y'all now?
It's still a bit. All right, say something. You probably gone.
I'm bad, my bad. I thought my joint was messing up too, so I'm trying to say it again. I'm
No,
sorry,
it's only been Chuck that's been having the button issue.
I
so
mean,
far.
well, I mean, you know, besides, you know, Savage bringing it down, you know, you know, I ain't really knew too much about it. You know, I just showed right there that I got him and his brother mixed up. So I ain't really know what. I thought his brother, you know, was some, but then come to find out, no, I'm thinking JigSaw was the one that was going around killing people and eating them and stuff. But no, that's his brother. So, you know, I don't really say too much on that one. That I don't even know. I thought he was the one that was killing people. I mean, eating them and stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So
I mean, as far as you know, as far as the next flick or whatever.